What's going on, guys? It's Mighty Manotor. I'm here with my brother Kyle, aka DrumKid92.
Hello.
And we are talking about our predictions for E3 this year. This video will be focused on Square Enix, who is having a press conference for the very first time, which would lead us to believe they have a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's hope. Otherwise, it will be a very boring hour. But we're doing separate videos for all the different press conferences. You can check out, link to the playlist here on the screen or in the description. So you check those out. So we each got 5 real predictions, and then one kind of off-the-wall crazy prediction to round it out. So let's start us off, Kyle. What do you think is going to happen with Square? Kingdom
Hearts 3.
Funny you say that. That's my crazy prediction. So
I don't think that's crazy at all.
Tell me why.
It's their first E3 press conference, and this game's been in development for a while now.
Tell me what you think is going to happen.
I think we get a really long CG. Parts of the trailer are CG, and other parts are gameplay. It's like a mixture. Like it shows off some of like the CG cutscene stuff, and then it transitions into gameplay.
But it's not like a live demo, it's a trailer.
No, not live demo.
Yeah.
It's going to be a trailer.
I hope you're right. Don't get me wrong. I really hope you're right. I think that game is very far off, not just because of development, but because they want to give some space in between Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
And I'm hoping... Oh, wait, I don't know what I'm... Wait, yeah. I'm hoping they want to put Star Wars in there.
Oh, into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes. I want them to add a Star Wars world.
I hope so, too. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think...
lightsaber Keyblade! Ah!
I do think we're going to get Marvel characters in there. I think we'll get a Marvel world, because they can make it more cartoony. Because, like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, when they did the Pirates of the Caribbean, that was really
weird.
Awkward, having it be more realistic, and I think that the overall feedback with people didn't like that. So I think if they can do Marvel and make it be more geared around like the TV shows and stuff and more animated style, it would work out a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I definitely hope you're right. I hope that game is a 2016 game. I don't think it is. What else did you have?
My number 2 is some more Final Fantasy 15 information.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Get some more gameplay of a new area, because I played the episode Duskai, or Duske, however you pronounce it. And I mean, I was reservedly impressed with it. I thought on a technical level, a lot of people had frame rate issues. I didn't have any problems like that. I thought on a technical level it was pretty impressive. I thought the scale that they let you run around in was also very impressive. Yeah. There's a lot to do, I feel like. I also thought, and they have said they're going to be reworking the combat, but I thought the combat left a lot to be desired. I think there's room for expansion and tightening on certain things. I think we see one of the final states of the Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I think we're going to get some kind of gameplay demo, and I also think we're going to get some kind of story trailer that tells us a little bit more about what's going on in that world. But I definitely think that Final Fantasy 15 is like Square's big game. That's their big thing that they have going on that is coming out relatively soon. Not coming out in 2015. What do you think?
No, it'll be 2016, I think.
Yeah, totally agree. The other big game that was recently announced, Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Yes.
I think we're going to get a gameplay demo of that.
I agree.
And I think they're going to go ahead and slap on a 2016 release window on that. Coming, spring 2016 or whatever it is. But yeah, I think that they're going to put a big focus on that. And that game looks great. I read the Game Informer kind of feature on it, and everything they're saying about the game sounds really awesome. I only played bits and pieces of Human Revolution, but I really liked what I played, and it sounds like them reimagining the stealth side and putting a focus on the combat, like the actual shooting stuff, to make both of them feel like they're on the same level. Because in Human Revolution, when you actually got into firefights, it wasn't nearly as fun as doing the stealth tech stuff. So trying to make both of them on the same level, I think, is definitely the right improvement to make.
Yeah, that's definitely a good focus for them. I really loved Human Revolution. My only one of very few beefs I had with the game was that you couldn't stealth your way through boss battles.
Right.
And apparently that is now going to be an option.
Yeah, in some capacity, you'll be able to do that.
Yeah, which is pretty solid.
Yeah. So what else do you see coming out of Square's press conference?
Tomb Raider.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about the new Tomb Raider.
I actually didn't have that. Originally, I had that it was going to be at the Microsoft one, but I decided not to use that as a prediction. But I think you'll see it at both.
Yes, yeah. I agree. I didn't want it to be one of my 5 on the Microsoft side since I had it on my Square Enix one. But I think we're gonna see a not live but a gameplay segment. Very heavily scripted gameplay segment.
You almost have to. We've seen almost nothing of that game. Like when they announced it, it was a CG pre-rendered trailer. Has nothing to do with the actual game.
Right.
And there's been nothing since then. We've had a couple features, and I know some people have played it, but the public hasn't seen anything about it. And it's coming out in the fall. We need to learn more about
supposedly.
this. Well, it has to. There's no way they're going to push that back. It needs to, it was already going to have a tough time competing with Uncharted 4. Now that Uncharted 4 has been delayed, this is Microsoft's opportunity to strike, man.
Yeah.
If they have Tomb Raider coming out in the fall, that game, Tomb Raider and Halo 5 will move units. If they have Halo coming out in October,
big time.
Tomb Raider coming out in November, that is a really, really solid-looking fall lineup compared to what Sony has, which at the moment is nothing. So, yeah.
Hopefully coming out of the conference it won't be nothing, but
right, absolutely.
At the moment.
Let's hope. Something on Sony's side's got to come out this year if it's Until Dawn or whatever. But
yeah. So what was your 4th?
Well, I have new stuff for Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
I'm not super pumped about it. They did just have an expansion that came out recently, or maybe is impending coming out. I don't know. But I think that they will talk about Final Fantasy XIV in some capacity because that game's doing pretty well.
Yeah, totally.
If it's about the console version or something, I don't know. I've always wanted to check it out. I just never have. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to happen. It's not super exciting. It's not a new game announcement. DLC is always less exciting than something brand new. But I do think that we're going to get something there, some big expansion.
All right, cool. Well, my number 5 is Just Cause 3.
Yeah, that's my number 4.
We're going to see a lot of Just Cause.
Yep. Big
we're
demo.
gonna see some
lots of crazy over-the-top action.
Huge gameplay demo displaying the new wingsuit, explosions. Yeah. I bet they're going to showcase taking over and destroying a base. Is what the demo will be.
Like a mission.
Yeah, they're gonna be flying in. He'll jump out, wingsuit down, and destroy a base.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yep,
I want
freaking
see that.
does.
I played a little bit of Just Cause 2. I'm in the mood for a game like that. I would be.
Totally.
I'd be very excited for that kind of game. My final prediction is new Hitman game.
Okay, I would totally be open to that.
I've never really cared about that franchise, but I feel like it's time. And they have been mentioning Hitman a lot lately, and Sony just had a big sale on a lot of the Hitman games about a month ago, and I just feel like something's building there, and I think the timing is right for them to announce it, have some sort of CG just teaser trailer, because that game's probably not coming out till fall next year or 2017, but I think we'll get an announcement for a new Hitman game.
Okay. I would totally be open to that. Hitman is one of the few series where I have played and beaten every entry, apart from the weird mobile crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played and beaten every Hitman game. I'm a huge proponent for that. I would be pretty ecstatic if they announced one.
So as my crazy prediction, I had Kingdom Hearts 3 being there. More specifically, that they're going to place a 2016, it's coming out next year thing on it, which I think there's no fucking way that's happening. But because we kind of talked about that already, and honestly, it makes sense what you were saying about them having it there. My other crazy one that I would love to see after them re-putting up Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation Network, doing the Final Fantasy X, 10-2 HD. I want them to do Final Fantasy 12 HD.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The story in that game was lacking in a lot of ways.
Oh, but it was so fun.
I loved that game.
Hell of an experience.
I loved the combat in that game. If you did it in a specific way, it could be boring because you just set up whatever the word was, like the order of there are different attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
If you set it up a certain way, you basically just walk up to a group of dudes and put down the controller, and they do all the fighting for you. But if you want to be more tactical about it, it involves a lot more planning and strategy and that kind of thing, which is what I liked about it. So
totally.
I would love to see that in HD with trophies. That's really what I want.
That'd be pretty great.
Yeah. But no one really likes that game. So
I don't know. I think you'd be surprised the number of people that have a fond memory of that game.
I feel like after Final Fantasy X, people don't really look at Final Fantasy games the same way that they have.
I think that's 11's fault.
Well, I mean, that was
because
the MMO.
it was that weird online experience. People were like, "What is Final Fantasy even?"
Yeah.
Well, that and 10 too, but yeah. Anyways,
what about
so
you?
my number 6, my crazy one. Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Apart on Vita.
Okay.
Because Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together on the PSP came out a while ago. It's like a Final Fantasy Tactics type game.
Right.
I would like to see a
As
Tactics
a Vita
Ogre
exclusive?
on Vita. Yes, Vita exclusive.
Yep, no fucking way that's happening. The Vita will never get another exclusive. Vita won't even be mentioned at Sony's press conference.
Man, I like my Vita in theory.
There's nothing wrong with the Vita. If you either aren't a PC gamer or you play a lot of games on the go, it's a really great place to play indie games that you wouldn't otherwise play.
But I'm neither of those.
And
And I struggle with wanting to like my Vita.
Yep.
That is my main gaming struggle right now.
It's really
is
a shame
wanting to
because
like my Vita.
It's a great piece of hardware, but they didn't support it in the right way, and handhelds
and
on the
it's
whole
not
aren't
for
selling
me.
like they used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
because
how it is
I
for
don't
me.
have a commute. Like
Right,
I don't
exactly,
ride the bus.
Exactly. And even if
And
I
I
did
get a
ride
headache if I do.
Even if I did ride the bus, I get motion sickness, so I can't play a freaking console regardless. But
Yeah, I didn't used to, but now I can't read or play games in the car for very long.
yeah.
Getting old sucks, man.
Final Fantasy Tactics Ogre on.
No,
PlayStation.
it's just Tactics Ogre. It's not a Final Fantasy game. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, okay. That
It's
makes
in the
sense.
style of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. That's Square Enix. It sounds like what makes sense is that they have a lot of games to show, like Just Cause, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
Deus
Square
Ex.
Enix is huge.
Yeah, and I mean that's why they have a press conference this year. They don't want to just they don't want to get 2 minutes at a Sony or Microsoft. They want to get 10 minutes on their own. So it totally makes sense.
Right.
Let's hope that we're getting some new announcements out of it too, and it not just be a bunch of stuff that we already know about, because that always makes it a little less fun.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think is going to be happening at Square Enix. Check out the playlist on the screen and in the description for all of our other E3 predictions videos. And thanks for watching. E3 should definitely be a fun year. If things come to fruition, this could be a really good year compared to last year, which in a lot of ways was a little bit of a disappointment. So,
Yeah, I agree.
So let's hope. We'll see you guys in the next video.